Well, here we go. Okay, so I think this is my very first late night podcast or episode or whatever. But I just commented on somebody's post on my Facebook. Um, and I felt like this is something that needed to be talked about. So the post said that Dr. Dre's daughter is 30 some years old and has four kids and is homeless living out of her car. Woo up the bam. And the young lady, and this is not an attack on you because you know I love you, boo. But her comment, once she reposted her comment, said, basically, when are we, when does it become coddling and enabling them? When we aren't we supposed to be teaching them? And my question, or rather my comment, was, why is it that we as black people are the only ones that do that? Jimmy, Susan, Sue Lang, and Akbar can, as I said, burn down a house and steal the family fortune and leave Granny bankrupt, and their family will still be there for them if they ever needed them. And yes, each name that I mentioned is someone of a different race. But each one of their families will still be there for them if they were ever put in a situation like that. Why is it that we as black people feel like we have to be so immensely harsh on ourselves and our children? Why do we watch other races love and care for their children and comfort and make sure that they protect each other, yet we feel like we have to do the exact opposite in order to prove that we love our children? In my experience, having someone turn their back on me when I needed them most did not teach me a lesson. It didn't. It taught me to have trust issues. It taught me not, a lot of people are like, well, it taught you not to depend on people. And yeah, to a certain extent, it taught me not to depend on people because I don't expect people to be there. And once you get to that mindset of not even expecting or not thinking your own family is going to be there for you, then you don't think anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, I definitely don't think an outside motherfucker gonna be there for me because my own family wasn't there for me. Your family has to be or should be your first and foremost spot and your safety net. It's supposed to be your safety net. But somehow they've programmed us and trained our minds into beating ourselves, neglecting our children, and abandoning ourselves in an effort, in a supposed effort to teach and strengthen ourselves. How does that work? You have never seen, you can literally see, you know what I mean? Like there are 40, 30, and I'm not saying that, oh yes, that's what we should do. But I'm saying, why should we not have that same support within each other? Why can't we have the same love and support within our race? Why do we have to sit here and go through abandonment, rejection, and denial within our own family before we, you know what I mean, come to terms with certain shit? Like that's not fair. We've been programmed to teach or to pass this down to our children and our children's children, and it's fucking us up, bro. Like, and it's crazy because I used to think the same thing because my mom taught us that. It was like she taught us the whole, you know how the saying go with black people: when you turn 18, you get the fuck out of my house. You know how it go. But there's not one white person, not one Chinese person, not one Arabic person that I know of or have ever seen depicted in any movie that has done that. They always stick by each other. They always support each other. They always make sure, even though this little motherfucking messed up 30,000 times, that if that child needs them, they're not gonna have them living out no damn car with 4 kids or by themselves. Why do we as black people hate ourselves so much? Think about that shit. Well, I'm out.